right here on Obi-Wan X2 in Twitch chat, and you can actually hang out with Catharden. I mean, hell yeah, and see some of the crazy he's saying right now. But last but not least, we do, like I said before, we do want to make sure you guys check out our Geeky Antics Network global site, or GANG gang for short. It is in full effect. We are going 90 miles an hour. We've been sharing some of our favorite podcasts and some of the blog posts that we've also been doing on the, other than Horseplay. And we just want to, we're also posting some exclusive content. So be sure to make sure you guys follow, subscribe, and just make sure you guys keep up with it. I guess that's kind of like, hey, you better keep up with her. You're going to get it. Yeah. Does that work, maybe? I don't know. What you thinking, Yogi?
I'm trying to see if I could get some people into the chat. I think Catharden is taking too much. He's taking over the chat. We need to balance him out. He's getting ronery.
I mean, crap. Wait a minute, Yogi's crap or I am? Which one?
No, he was saying that I had it right. He said your name first, then he said, wait, yes, Yogi. I mean, crap. Don't you hate when people do that? Like when you're like, if you ever text someone and like you get the machine gun texters that they'll text you like what could be one complete sentence, they put it in like 10 different texts. It's like, hey, can you do something for me? And that's five or six texts. Like, really?
And then you come back right here. M-A-Y-B-E. Just see, I'm gonna do that sometime when somebody actually comes and texts me with a 2 or 3 texts that only takes up a sentence. I'm gonna do that. I swear to God, I'm gonna do a letter at a time, and I'm gonna do, even if it's 20 texts, I'm gonna do a letter at a time. M-A-Y-B-E. What can I do for you?
But
just spell it out.
But you know what's funny about that? When the people that do those kind of things get annoyed when you write them like a short message. Like if you just give them one word replies, it's like, why aren't you talking? Are you mad at me? Like,
yeah.
No, I just don't feel like talking to someone that writes like a retard. Yes.
So, yeah, I'm just kind of like, so, yeah.
I finished my drink. And then,
You finished your drink already?
Yeah.
You need to go get another one probably, don't you?
No, I'm good. I'll be good.
No, you're good? You're half sloshy, so you don't want to get all the way sloshy?
I might get a little bit of cotton mouth, but I'll be alright. So if I start going, you don't know.
Yeah. I can't even swallow my own spit. I'm so thirsty.
That's what happens at our old age, Obi. You know what's up. You just start getting dry mouth,
For those that are not watching the stream, I'm flipping him off right now.
Now, see, Catharden is off the chain right now. He just said, who's bringing the roofies? I could have sworn he said, who's bringing the Ruffles? I'm like, oh, Ruffles.
I thought he said Ruffles, too. I was like...
Yeah, I was like, yeah, chips. I'm thinking, well, Ruffles are good, but I definitely would have other choices for chips, Just if you're drinking. Like, good drinking...
Yeah, like, a good drinking chip is like,
Salt and vinegar? Salt and vinegar chips. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Or the you know what the is it hers? The hers chips. They make all the weird flavors like salt and pepper, ketchup chips. They have all these different flavors. They have like dill pickled. Yeah, hers. HERR. They make all these weird flavors, and they have one that's like a hamburger chip or something. It's delicious. They have one that's like crab cakes.
Dude, how come I've never heard of this?
They're
I want some hamburger chips.
Well, like Pringles does it. Like they'll do it as like occasional kind of things, as like seasonal things, or they'll test out flavors and they have the people vote on them. They had the loaded potato one, which all with the bacon and everything.
I remember when the ketchup one came out. It was red. and it tasted like shit. I'm just saying, it was red. It looked like ketchup, but it was a chip, and it tastes like crap. My son liked it.
It's an acquired flavor, but yeah, good drinking snacks in general, like pretzels, especially the honey mustard pretzels or the jalapeno ones. Whoo, or pork rinds or salt and vinegar chips, definitely. So yeah, so they were saying that you're quiet. Obi, you're either really quiet or super loud.
I don't understand.
We never get a happy medium. You sound fine to me.
Every week. It's every single week. I'm either so quiet or I turn my thing up a little. I turn my mic up just a little bit, and they're like, "Oh my God, Obi, you're breaking my eardrums. Get over it."
Yeah.
Wake up
well, maybe there might be something to it because I got the studio headphones on right now, and if I have it at half volume. Say something now, Obi.
Hi.
You do sound a little bit quieter than usual.
I don't understand why. My mic control is between 14 and 16 dB, which is loud. It's half, 3/4 the way up.
Yeah, but see, there's a weird thing that happens with the wiring. What do they call it? Impedance, where the attenuation of a line causes the loss of sound quality, sound levels. They're saying I'm about 50% louder. Yeah, I'm loud. I'm a loud bastard. But usually, you and me are pretty level on the recordings. If not, I run a compressor on there.
I just turned him up in Skype. That's probably why. Let me do some figuring here real quick, I'll turn him down just a little bit and see if we can't get it back. But we're gonna get right into it. Here in a few minutes, we're gonna get right into the news. That was actually a really, really fast intro, to tell you the truth. Usually we can't get done before half hour's up. So we are going to get right into the news. We will be right back in like literally 30 seconds. So we'll see you in a second, guys. If this thing will play. Maybe. No. Good. Yeah. No, it's not going to play. Sweet.
I can make some beatbox music.
We got some. Right here. Obligatory news with Yogi Zilla.
Already?
I said like 30 seconds, man. It's been a minute.
That doesn't feel like a minute. What, did we go through?
No, I said 30 seconds, and it's been almost a minute.
So that was weird. I just lost a minute of my life. That did not feel like a minute. I'm either getting really old or I just stepped through a mini wormhole.
Well,
I think this right here, this
embellished on the time seconds a little bit.
All right.
I just realized that I'm not recording this stream. I'm actually just streaming, so our playback's gonna really be weird.
You're not recording?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you save the file afterward. Oh, wait a minute. Logistically, that's gonna be funky monkey. No. Well, you can still do it. You're gonna have to upload it to YouTube, so you could download the MP4, and then put it on our super secret stash. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll rip the audio. Yep. You did it to yourself.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, I mean, I could just take the uncut version and put music on it, but then it won't be your cut.
That's fine.
I'll just put music
no, that's
on
fine.
it.
We'll talk about it later. Anyway,
I'll put music
right
on
to
it.
the news.
Obligatory.
Back to Nintendo talk.
Hey, they were getting some behind the scenes, all right?
That's your line, I think.
Is it? Okay. So, back to Nintendo talk, huh? Yeah. The Nintendo talk. We were talking about Nintendo for a little while. We had like 2 or 3 weeks. We were talking about the state of affairs for Nintendo, and how they're still very strong when it comes to first party games. Nintendo published games, but they're kind of just falling behind. And it's funny because over at Video Game Outsiders, aka VGO, John Jacobson was saying, I don't get why people feel Nintendo has to innovate. He really does not get it. But the thing about it is, Well, first let me share this bit of news and then to give this a backdrop. All right, so according to the smart gaming analyst over at Game Theory podcast, which is an excellent podcast, but they say that Nintendo has enough money in the bank to keep the light on for 14 years. So even if they keep losing money, they can still keep the light. They can still stay afloat all this time, unless they take a big risk and lose a shit ton of money. And of course, Nintendo doesn't take risks. And that's the thing. What they have to do to stay relevant is the best time for a company to start innovating and taking risks is when they're in a comfortable place. Because when you're on, most people don't start doing new things until they start failing really badly, and by then it's already too late. So right now they're still in a good place. That's when they should start taking some risks, when they can afford to bounce back from those mistakes. At least learn from them. But their biggest issue is that they're just not getting enough third-party support to get some variety in their content. And the thing about it is, like, people get, say, oh, it's this so they are innovative because they got the second screen experience with the Wii U tablet. But they've been doing that since the GameCube, and the Dreamcast was doing that too, where you had a second screen experience. This is not new technology. It's just been it's been amped up a bit, but they not doing much with that. The thing is that the hardware, from performance standpoint, is archaic. It's already lagging behind these so-called next-gen systems, well, current-gen now, that are in themselves behind where the PC is at. They're great systems, but they're not, cutting edge either. Not that they need to be, but if Nintendo's way behind them, and they're already behind the PC, then that means Nintendo's way behind everyone else. So, they need to step it up and make it so that they're not just doing gimmicks. Those, all the cool accessories they do should, foster fresh new game concepts, game mechanics, not just, be a novelty. Cause that's what it is, It's like, oh, look, I can shake this controller around and it's fun. And then then the novelty wears off and you got nothing. It's a very shallow experience. But on the bright side, they have confirmed that Nintendo will be publishing games on mobile platforms, and that should generate additional income for them and offset the very meager Wii U sales. I mean, the Wii U sales are on a steady decline, and they also had a firm hold on the handheld market because no one's gonna try to jump that market now, especially with mobile gaming being as big as it is. I don't see there being real anything new in the handheld market because it's just not worth going into that market right now, unless you get something really special. So good on you, Nintendo, for swallowing your pride and making the right choice there. So previously, moving on from Nintendo, we talked about one of the coolest features of the Xbox One, the SkyDrive, Microsoft's cloud storage service, and I've had a chance to play around with this, and it's pretty neat. Now, what I like about it from the end user's perspective is that you could go through. It's kind of like a Twitch or YouTube type thing. And it's a nice way of seeing and getting a feel for the gaming experience on the Xbox One. Even whether you have one already or you're about to get one, it's like, you get that experience no matter where you're at, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat the way to do it. It's pretty slick service. The videos buffer really fast, and someone tweeted me. But anyway, they rebranded it now. Now they're calling it the OneDrive. Because SkyDrive, apparently there was a copyright issue there. So people in the chat are saying Nintendo is doomed, rest in peace type stuff. But anyway, they call it the OneDrive to kind of just match their branding of all, everything's one place to do everything, all your entertainment. Supposedly, in spot where all the fanboys want to say that Xbox One has had the most awards out of all the current gen systems. So, whatever you want to say, that it's still the most innovative system overall as far as gaming consoles go. But one thing I will note about the OneDrive is that for the OneDrive and Apple's iCloud, I would say even, in order to compete with something like Dropbox, they need to make it more user friendly. Both of these services are pretty stinky as far as the using it off their proprietary platforms. Like OneDrive on a Windows 8 computer, because it does have the interoperability. It's not just the Xbox One. It works on PCs too. it's like if you're not tech savvy, you have no idea what